Hello all, welcome back to another video. Welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema. Today on the channel, I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. Now, this idea was kind of on my mind this morning and stuff. And I just thought to myself, because I've watched the Netflix mini-series, the brand new mini-series Adolescence with Stephen Graham, which is absolutely fantastic, guys. I can't recommend that enough, to be honest. It's probably the best thing I've watched on TV in a long while. Really likes that that director, Philip. I don't want to butcher his surname, but Philip surname. He's doing some incredible stuff at the minute with that and Boiling Point, both the TV series and the film. And there is a film I need to check out that he's done as well that I haven't seen. But yeah, Adolescence is great. Yeah, can't recommend that enough. And that is kind of what inspired me to do this video, but also talking to Ollie as well, like on the live stream. We were talking about a lot of like British drama, but TV shows as well. And yeah, it got me thinking that I've not really talked a great deal about TV shows on like my YouTube channel, so I figured, yeah, it'd be good to give a bit of a spotlight on like these 10 British dramas, British TV shows, which I would definitely recommend. And these are all TV shows I've really loved and liked. A couple of these TV shows might be one-time watches, but still giving like a watch and stuff. So yeah, it's been a bit on my mind to do like another video on the similar line of talking a bit more about British TV or British movies or drama and stuff. And I thought this would be a great time to go through like 10 British TV recommendations and stuff. So yeah, grab yourself a cuppa, guys, on this wonderful fine Sunday. We'll get straight to it. The first one on the list that I am going to talk about is one that's a bit more well known, but I think is definitely one that is definitely well worth your time if you've not seen it. Just a classic, BBC TV series that came out in like 2006 to 2007, and that is Life on Mars. Yeah, this is a great TV series of 2 seasons. Brilliant, the mix of like sci-fi with a police detective drama. I think the sci-fi elements are and the fantasy side to the movie is just really well captured here. John Sims starring as Detective Sam Tyler, who is in a sudden car accident, and then he wakes up in 1973 in Greater Manchester, and basically he's at like the same same police station and department, and he stumbles upon like a new group of characters that were working for this department at the time and stuff in like 1973. And there was just some great characters in there, guys. I love like couple of the side characters. I think there's one called Chris, and the last in there who would go on to star in a couple of things. I think she's called Samantha, I think. I forget the actress's name, but she does a great job in there. And obviously the main boss in there as well. I forget again the character's name as well. I'll put the actor's name on the screen there, but he's been in a few things and he does a brilliant job, like him and John Sim as Sam Tyler. Their chemistry is absolute dynamite in this. It is brilliant, and there's just some incredible, moments in there. One of probably my favourite episode in this was actually the one on Derby Day, obviously the Manchester Derby, where basically it's Derby Day, and I think that Sam Tyler goes undercover to work in the pub to like keep on track of what's happening on Derby Day and stuff. And it is just, yeah, it's a really great show. The ending, I must admit, I wasn't huge on the ending personally, but I did really like this series as a whole, and obviously this would make a good like sort of inroad into Ashes to Ashes, again with the same guy who plays like the main boss in Life on Mars, and the lass in it, the main lass, pretty Bonnie lass in there, that actress does a great job. But I've always definitely preferred like Life on Mars, and it's just some quality TV all around as well, you know, like great you know, like British like crime drama as well. So that is Life on Mars, and a great nod to like Bowie's music in there as well. A couple of you know, like fantasy sort of elements that kind of remind me a little bit of Twin Peaks-esque as well, but really good stuff, guys. That is Life on Mars mini-series with Stephen Graham, and this is also from Shane Meadows, and I think this is massively underrated. This, guys, just does not get talked about. It does not get like the credit it deserves when it comes to talking about, you know, like British TV, but also Stephen Graham's work. I think this is just so underrated. And that is a mini-series called The Virtues with Stephen Graham from Shane Meadows. I thought this was absolutely fantastic. It's quite powerful and harrowing, you know, like knowing what this main character goes through and the past that this main character has. You really feel sorry for him, but not just that, like, you know, like, his, I think ex-wife and son moves to Australia, and yeah, his life is, on a bit of a, like, a decline in, like, and his life is just a bit, like, turned a bit upside down, and, you know, like, and then he's drinking, he starts to drink a lot, and, you know, like, and is a little bit of a lost soul in the show. And it's so sad to see what Stephen Graham's character like goes through and stuff, and then he kind of thinks more about like his past his character thinks more about his past and stuff, and he wants to kind of like revisit his past and like try and find like his long lost sister, and he goes to Belfast to try and find his long lost sister, and also try and find out like who were these like that people that were kind of you know, like took him away from like his sister and that. It is a fantastic show, guys. It's absolutely brilliant. The acting in this show is absolutely incredible. The final 10 minutes of the fourth and final episode in this is jaw-dropping stuff. It is proper edgy, you see, and almost at times in this show kind of nightmare fuel, and it's just so upsetting as well. But Stephen Graham is a fantastic actor, and this is just possibly one of his best performances in this. It's just, yeah, it's brilliant. And obviously I do love when obviously he obviously he does meet like a few other characters in Belfast along the way, and yeah, like he and then he tries to find a new job and stuff. The other guy, he looks almost like a spitting image of Peter Capaldi in this show, and he's a really good like side character in there as well. And yeah, fantastic mini-series, The Virtues, and that would get my high recommendation there. Then we've got another, like, I would say mini-series, but this has actually had 2 seasons, and this is set in East Garforth in Leeds, so not too far from where I'm originally from. And you could say this show's a little bit sentimental, is looking a bit back on life a little bit, but I really enjoy it. And And I think just because, obviously, growing up in Yorkshire, a lot of the banter and humour I could definitely relate to here. And that is a show called Ladhood. Now, yeah, I think this is the end of it now. I think there's just, is it two out of, sorry, 3 seasons. I don't think there's going to be any more seasons from this as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I really, again, just enjoyed it again. Like, the main guy, Liam, who, it's kind of like the fourth wall where he narrates the show and he talks a lot on camera and he, you know, like, the older version of his character, and he's looking back on life and stuff, and then, you know, like, he looks back on like his time and memories with his friends, and obviously, like, and where he grew up and stuff, on this, like, it's kind of like this like this council estate. And yeah, it's a really entertaining show. You've got some really like funny like characters in there as well. I just love the banter, and obviously you've seen when he goes to like college and trying to look for a new job and stuff, and then he's in a relationship. I just think it's a really entertaining, enjoyable little drama, this one, that I would definitely happily like revisit as well. And yeah, like a couple of the characters that are a bit you know, like up to mischief. There's a couple of guys that are kind of like they in this show that's kind of like they kind of come across as a little bit imitating, but they're quite funny as well at the same time. They are a little bit humorous. I mean, obviously some of the stuff they come out with is it's brutal as well, mind you, but yeah, they are but they have got a bit of a charm to them, their characters as well, and really entertaining yeah, like show this. And yeah, and it's a great, like, I would say even coming of age sort of mini series. So that is Ladhood. Then we have a show of, again, 3 seasons, and I think each season had 6 episodes. And I think this show, to be honest, guys, if this was the final episode and this is how it ended, my goodness, this was the perfect ending to this show. And that is a show called The A Word on BBC, and this is starring Christopher Eccleston and the main actor Christopher Eccleston here, but you've got some other really cool like actors in there as well. The main couple, like, I think the characters' names is Alison and Paul. Both of the actors in here are absolutely fantastic as like the main mother and father in this, and then the actress who plays, I think it's Rebecca, who's Joe's sister in this show. She does a fantastic job as well, and this is just a great family orientated drama, and I just think this show really handles autism really well. And for someone who's autistic myself, there was a lot of stuff that I could relate to in this show, and it is a brilliantly acted Christopher Eccleston. I love his character, just so down to earth as Joe's grandfather in there, and I love like his sort of like banter, and you know, like he's obviously, I love like his banter and his wittiness, like obviously with his son, but also like he has a bit of a love interest with the lady in there called Sandra, and he continues to like impress her, and then but somehow he kind of like he kind of like completely misfires, and there's a lot of charm to this as well. It's quite emotional at times as well, seeing what some of these characters are going through and that. And the main guy in there, Joe, has a brilliant like way of looking at life, and he has like the best music taste ever in this show as well. And obviously I think he obviously picks up on a lot of these great bands and artists from his dad, which is something I can most definitely relate to, because a lot of the great bands and artists that I got really into, I am definitely were introduced to by my dad. So this is something I could definitely relate to here. But I also, yeah, just love the father and son chemistry in this show as well. It is just a beautiful drama, this one, and it's great. And yeah, this would get like a spin-off series with two of the characters, Ralph and Katie, and that was actually very good as well. Yeah, that was a very good, like, light-hearted mini series there as well. A mini series, but I'm not too sure if we are getting a second season of that or not. But yeah, this is just wonderful. I love this show so much. One of the best things I think I've ever seen on like BBC TV, and yeah, if that was like the final conclusion, then it ended perfectly. And for myself, someone who is autistic as well, yeah, they really handled autism really well in this show, and it was really beautifully portrayed. And yeah, there's a lot of great aspects to this show as well. So yeah, it's absolutely, yeah, wonderful. That is the A word, and would definitely get my highest of recommendations there. We have another show set in West Yorkshire, and actually a show that's literally set in my homeland of Halifax Sorby Bridge in West Yorkshire, and that is a show called Happy Valley. Now this is yeah, like a bit more well known on this list as well, but I had to include it in this list as well because it is just absolutely amazing. Just the pinnacle of like British crime drama on like BBC in the last few years, for me, in my opinion. And again, it was just absolutely brilliant, just seeing a lot of the scenic surroundings that I just know back to front, like growing up in like Halifax and Sorby Bridge myself. And I went and studied at the school that was set in season 3 of this. It was filmed at, there was one scene where the two of the main characters actually walked down like my former corridor and former form room as well. And yeah, this show's just absolutely fantastic. Just great to see a lot of recognisable, scenic locations in like Halifax and Sorby Bridge, in the Halifax town centre and Sorby Bridge, and even Myvenroyd and Headton Bridge as well. And it's absolutely incredible. I just remember there being a lot of great word of mouth and this show getting a lot of love at the time, and rightly so. And the main guy, James Norton, playing Tommy Lee Royce, he does such a brilliant job and plays off such a dark and menacing villain in this show as well. But there's just some other great like side stories for each season. Like recently there was a great other side story with like this chemist. And obviously you see what happens with Tommy Lee Royce after the first 2 seasons. But the first season, obviously the side story with the main guy, one of the main guys from the League of Gentlemen plays like the villain in the first season, and obviously he organizes like this kidnapping scheme and stuff. And yeah, also I just think like Sarah Lancashire as Catherine Carewood, she puts on a brilliant performance. Like she's got a real fire in her belly in this show, and she plays off this lead role down to a T. It's just, the acting is incredible. Each episode ended on a real cunning cliffhanger as well, and it's just absolutely fantastic. I need to get the 3rd season on Blu-ray at some point as well. And yeah, I also love the whole side story with like Catherine Carewood's like sister in there as well, with Claire, and she's got like other things going on in her life, and that was a really interesting side story to this. But yeah, Happy Valley, I have the absolute honour of saying like one of my favourite ever TV shows was filmed in my hometown of Halifax and Sorby Bridge, West Yorkshire. So yeah, fantastic stuff, and I can't wait to see what Sarah Wainwright's, the creator of this show, is going to bring out next, because this was absolutely brilliant. A drama, this one, and this is yeah, set in Bristol. I think this had about 5-6 seasons, and yeah, like I think like season 1 and 2, season 3 and 4, and season 5 and 6 had a each had a different set of characters, and this is absolutely amazing as well, guys. I absolutely adored this. I remember I binged it like during, I think it was like about for 8 to 9 years ago, something like that, and that is Skins from like E4, I think it is, and wonderful stuff. Yeah, like the first 2 seasons with like obviously Tony played by Nicholas Hoult, and there was Sid, and I think there was Cassie as well. Yeah, and Amar, yeah, there was a great Freddie. I think Freddie was in season 3 and 4, and there was just some other like really cool characters along the way as well. Like, yeah, it's very dark and it's quite, you know, bleak, and there's, you know, a couple of really like powerful moments in there. Season 3 and 4, you had Jack O'Connell as well as Cook, and he gives a brilliant performance in this. And I also just love how each episode just showcases like an individual profile on like each character, and what this character goes through like on a day-to-day basis, and where do they go to work, how they're dealing with like their exams and stuff, and where do they go to meet like their friends. This is just, yeah, absolutely fantastic. I would say season 5 and 6 was probably my least favourite of this show. But yeah, a really cool like indie comedy drama series. Had a lot of charm. It's got like a whirlpool of like emotions in there. 1 minute you're laughing, 1 minute you're feeling really sorry for a couple of the characters. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I would say the first 4 seasons is definitely my favourite, and Tony's sister from the first 2 seasons, she was in season 3 and 4 as well, and she plays a great part into season 3 and 4, and yeah, like I really liked and also the like the main twins in season 3 and 4, like they've got a really good like story to this one as well. And I think as well you've got the likes of, I think, Olivia Colman and John Bishop, and even Danny Dyer, they would crop up in this show as well. And yeah, fantastic series, and definitely one I'd have to rewatch again. And if you're into like shows like Sex Education and Euphoria, coming of age dramas like that, I would highly recommend this one. So that's Skins. This came out, I think, on ITV, and this was 3 episodes, so like a mini series, and this was really great. I really liked this, and again, one I think that is super underrated, and this is got John Sim in it, and that's a mini series called Trauma on ITV. Yeah, this one rarely gets talked about. I think it's kind of one of those forgotten hidden gems really when it comes to British TV, and this is absolutely great, guys. Yeah, like John Sim plays like a dad where his son is like, I think he's in like an accident, and then he's like in hospital, and he wants to find out more information of like his son's death from like the doctor, the consultant, and he's trying to find like more information about like the operation and stuff, and yeah, and then it kind of like it spirals from there to a bit of like almost like a bit of a thriller as well. You know, like it's just a really good show. The main 2 leads are absolutely brilliant in there. The main doctor in this TV show, he does an absolutely brilliant like job, and John Sim just goes all out in his at the absolute forefront in this show, where he is determined to try and find out more information about his son's death, and what happens during like this operation and that, and it is a brilliant edgy show, and yeah, definitely one that would get my highest recommendations there. I don't know if this ever got like a DVD or Blu-ray release, but it's definitely one I've given it the one viewing, and I'm definitely like overdue like a bit of a rewatch of this one. So that is the mini-series Trauma on ITV, starring John Sim there, and the other main guy in there, he's absolutely brilliant. And this is potentially one of my favourite TV shows of all time. It's potentially, other than Doctor Who and Happy Valley, yeah, it could be top 3 British TV shows for me, and I absolutely love this. And yeah, obviously my favourite Doctor, David Tennant, my favourite Doctor, and like my childhood hero starring in this, and Olivia Colman, who's also absolutely fantastic, and that is Broadchurch on ITV. Now, I remembered one day took a bit of a chance, I recorded the first episode of this, and I remember just being at home, and I had to, I had the living room to myself that day, and yeah, I was just totally wowed and totally blown away of what I was watching. And I remember seeing my friends and seeing people the next day and stuff saying, "Oh my goodness, have you seen this show called Broadchurch?" And yeah, I said, this is absolutely fantastic, this is brilliant. And yeah, each episode I remembered ending on a cliffhanger, and I just couldn't wait a week or more to what happens after each episode ends. And I just remember this being absolutely fantastic. I think this is absolutely fantastic. The first season, we follow this young lad called Danny Latimer, who was tragically murdered in the first season, and his body is found on the beach, and it was his mother, played by Jodie Whittaker, who finds out about who discovers the body was found on the beach, and she's as you can imagine, she's absolutely distraught by what she's just witnessed, losing her son. It's absolutely, heartbreaking to see what this family, goes through, and what what they've lost. And the main dad in it, he does an absolutely brilliant job in this, and Jodie Whittaker as well. I'm trying to think, is it Mark and Beth, the name of the main couple? They're absolutely brilliant in this. And yeah, just phenomenal. The first season is absolutely brilliant. David Tennant as I think is it Alec Harvey, I think, Detective Alec Harvey, who's just moved to Dorset, starting out a new life, and then he's he's just taken on this new case afoot, the case surrounding the murder of Danny Latimer. And interviews a lot of the people that knew Danny's family, or Danny, or where they were at the time of this untimely death, and any suspects as well, and where were they around this time. And it is just an absolutely brilliant piece of TV. This just so many incredible actors in there. The first season did feel quite like the first season of Twin Peaks. It was pretty similar to that, not so much the fantasy or surreal side of it, but had a bit of a similar vein to the first season of Twin Peaks. Season 2 was kind of a bit of a courtroom drama, and I will say season 2 was my least favourite of the 3 seasons. I will admit, you know, we're still following the characters from the first season, and then there's the courtroom drama side of it, which was a little bit, it was a little bit boring at times, I will admit, and there was a lot of talky scenes and dialogue-driven scenes in that second season, but there was enough there to still be engaged by. And the third season, which gets a lot of hate, and I really don't know why, because I think the third season was a real return to form for this show. Like, obviously, someone who doesn't like the third season, that is absolutely fine, guys. That's absolutely fair enough. But yeah, like I for myself personally, I think this is such a return to form for like this show, and you know, like we're following like this new case and stuff, and I think it's about like the third season's like it's a case about like a sexual assault that happened, and they try and find out like anyone that knows the main lady's name is in there who was sexually assaulted in the third season. But yeah, like Detective Alec Harvey and Olivia Colman's character try and find like enough information as they can. They like interview people and find out like what happened around this, you know, that this awful like act that happened. But yeah, this is a really just a fantastic series. The first season, I will agree with I think everyone else who has seen this show, like the first season is the best. The second season is a little bit weak, but still got some good stuff going on to it. And the third season, yeah, I think is really good in my opinion. I think it's still like a much return to form, like considering that the second season was a little bit boring at times, but I think the season 3, in my opinion, is a much improvement over the second season. But I, of course, can agree though that the first season is absolutely amazing and stuff. So yeah, and just some incredible acting in there as well, and the music, the score, just so many recognizable faces as well. So yeah, that is Broadchurch, which is one of the best things I have seen on TV, and probably will be for a very long time as well. And yeah, definitely well overdue a rewatch of of Broadchurch, because it has been a canny while indeed. And next up now, we have more of a comedy drama TV series, and yeah, this one again I feel has got forgotten a little bit, and I absolutely love Carl Pilkington, one of my favourite comedians, just a great like you know, like observer when it comes to like just, you know, like traveling and just life in general. I think all of that stuff is really interesting. And yeah, I was quite intrigued because I love like obviously Idiot Abroad and Moaning of Life. So I was really intrigued to see where he was going to go with like this like drama series, and it was on Sky, I think it was, and it was 2 seasons, and that is the TV show Sick of It. Now, yeah, this has got a great blend of like comedy and drama, and it's, yeah, really good to see Carl Pilkington in like obviously a show where obviously he's kind of like got a doppelganger, and like another version of himself is like giving him like advice and stuff, and like he talks to like his like other self. And yeah, I think it's just got a lot of charms, this one, and I do love like his relationship with like his American auntie in this show called Norma, and you know, like and basically Carl is trying to find like he's wanting to find like he's wanting to go back onto like the dating scene and stuff, and yeah, like he is really enjoying like obviously he works as like a taxi driver, and like he does like meet someone in the first season, and they start to have like a bit of a relationship, and obviously, and then this lady's like got her like son as well, and yeah, like there was some really cool moments in the first season. I think there was one episode where they go like on a caravan holiday, which I did really like. However, I did actually prefer the second season. The second season had a bit more of like a concept to it, like a bit more of a premise going on. Like, so we're kind of following kind of a same sort of, you know, like story in that throughout kind of thing. So kind of like that concept that's kind of, the second season's based around like kind of one story arc, should we say. And yeah, like I really enjoyed the episode when Carl goes back to Manchester, visits friends from way back when and stuff, and also like the episode like when he's in New York, and like he goes out with this girl who similar to Afterlife, actually. Ricky Gervais has a love interest with someone who is a carer, and it's similar in this where Carl goes out with a lass who is a carer in like this second season. And I remember there was one episode, I think, when they're in New York, and she basically like looks at the view of the Empire State Building and thinks, oh, this is an amazing view here, Carl. What's the first thing you think of when you watch it, when you see the Empire State Building? And his reply is King Kong. I just loved that. And I loved like the episode where like he's debating about like his new suit and that, and about like I think it was James Bond and Superman. It's so funny. I love Carl Pilkington. I just think this is a really sweet like drama, comedy drama, this one. I think this is, yeah, like this is off 2 seasons, and yeah, there's one episode I also loved when like I think Carl is driving like the taxi, and then he obviously he notices there's just loads of crumbs on the back seat and that, and obviously and like they're having, and then basically he says to like I think one or two of like his customers, oh, I didn't realise there's like a picnic happening like in the back of this cab. It's so funny. This is a really, I think, quite a bit of an underrated comedy drama series as well, and just a great like sort of like how there's like a doppelganger of Carl that kind of like it's like in his head, and he talks to Carl and like gives him life advice and stuff, and yeah, just a lot of charms, this one. So that's the Sky exclusive TV show. This is Sick of It, starring Carl Pilkington. Definitely recommend that one. And the final one for this video, and my 10th and last recommendation for this video in regards to like British TV drama. And I've gone for a bit of a more like retro TV series, and I've gone for, again, I think this is massively underrated, guys. This stars like David McCallum and Joanne Lumley, and that is Sapphire and Steel. Yeah, a sci-fi TV series, I think, that ran from 1979 to 1984, I think it was. And like 4 seasons, and all 4 seasons are really good. Just great sci-fi TV show, which I think has been stories where like this used to like frighten like a lot of like viewers at the time as well. Like it was really edgy, you see, stuff like a lot of the episodes were kind of like nightmare fuel. Like there was the stuff of nightmares. I think there has been like stories of that from way back when, and yeah, this is a really good like sci-fi TV series, you know, like Sapphire and Steel, obviously, as they're like investigation, like duo, like obviously, you know, that look into like visions and, you know, like alien life and stuff, you know, kind of maybe a bit of a similar bulk to the X-Files, which I have never seen. So yeah, that is a bit of a kettle of fish right there that I've just admitted. But yeah, but this is yeah, a really fantastic sci-fi TV series. Like the first season, I think we follow like this like dysfunctional family that are kind of like seeing like these visions and stuff. And then the second season we follow like this like abandoned train station where there's this soldier, and I think there's like this change in time that's just reoccurring, and Sapphire and Steel are trying to be on the case sort of thing. And I really liked the side characters in the second season as well. Like the main side character is really good in there. And season 3 set in the apartment and stuff, and there's kind of like, I think, a bit of you know, like there's a bit of like something is like watching over like this apartment, and that was just a really cool third season. And the fourth season, this house party like set this, like, I think there's this country club, or this house party that's set in, like, I think it was like the 19th century something. So yeah, it's a really entertaining, like, sci-fi like TV series. This one, pretty underrated, and one that I would love to see this get like a Blu-ray release at some point, like in the UK. This has got a DVD release from Network, but yeah, it would be great to see this one get like a Blu-ray release at some point, because I've noticed a lot of these like retro TV shows are getting like the Blu-ray treatment for the first time, and this would be another great one. So that is Sapphire and Steel, which is a fantastic show. Great chemistry between David McCallum and Joanne Lumley, and another great range of characters for each season as well. So guys, those are my 10 British TV recommendations. Have you seen any of these TV shows, and what's your thoughts on them? And yeah, like, I would love to hear if you've got any like TV recommendations, because I need to try and get myself clued up on like more British TV drama, but also more like TV in general as well. Like, I haven't seen the likes of The Wire, which is an acclaimed show and stuff, and other shows like that. I think there's like Mad Men and Gangs of London, so some of those big shows that I haven't seen as of yet. But yeah, and I actually need to still finish Peaky Blinders, because I got up to the 5th and penultimate season of that. So anyways, guys, hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, and yeah, been great to do something a little bit different and talk about TV shows, which is something I've been meaning to do for a canny while and stuff. So hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend, guys. Thanks for all of your continued support on the channel. I really, really do appreciate it, and I'll be back for more content soon. So thanks for watching, cheers for stopping by, and until next time, I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye.